Hey there. So, I'm not too concerned about sex and intimacy conversations with my children today, although I'm sure there's a big relationship between what's concerning me today and those other matters of self love and self actualization and self preservation. I got information today that my mother's health may not be so good. We don't know anything for sure, and that she's feeling depressed about it. So, because she's a human, this causes me sadness. However, because she is my mother and she has rejected me and rejected me and rejected me and endorsed abuse of me by my sister, not only by witnessing it and saying nothing, but by demanding that I get over it and sit at the table anyway, um, it doesn't change anything for me. Um, Her passing will not leave a void of a loving, nurturing, maternal presence any more than her presence does, if that makes sense. Like when she's gone, I am not going to have access to her heart and who she is. I won't be doing that any more then than I am right this very moment. I guess at least then I could just grieve and officially accept that it's never going to happen. Um, 2 years ago in May, even though we had been estranged, mostly because I won't accept what my sister says and does to me. That's her excuse. She won't have anything to do with me until I will get over the things that my sister repeatedly does to me. And she just says diminishing that are meant to make me feel bad about who I am and how I live my life, and that I'm not good enough, and I'm unworthy. And I don't accept that, and I just don't tolerate it. And being told that I must get over it if I want to be a part of the family means apparently that I don't want to be a part of the family. I mean, if that's what it comes to, I don't want to be a part of the family, no matter. When I got the call that she was sick, without hesitation, I listed my house, I prepared it, and I sold it. And I moved out here with my two children and my two dogs and my ex-husband to follow shortly. We worked some pretty big miracles to be able to make a plan together like that, probably bigger than anything we did in marriage. And I showed up. I suited up and I showed up. I was here for the hospitals, the doctors, the treatments, the follow-up, the recovery, all of it. And I was happy to do it. Happy. I didn't have any help or support, and I didn't have any hesitation in my heart about whether it was right. But you want to know what my real service was? Was allowing my mother and my sister access to my children, because I guard their innocence like nothing else. They just get to be innocent. They don't need to know how cruel and cutting people can be, but if they give you gifts at least half as big as the insults they give you, it all balances out in the end, right? No, that's bull. It does not balance out in the end. And me hurting you and you hurting me, my pain doesn't cancel yours out. And I don't want them to learn that way of life. You know what heals and amends are hard conversations where we listen and we heal and we amend and we own our feelings. But I'm not allowed to heal. I'm not allowed to feel in my family. I think when I was crying one time because things had become so difficult, anybody would be crying. My back hurts. My mom's like, "Isn't there something you can take for that?" And I was like, "Mom, I am sleep deprived in the middle of a litigious divorce with two chronically ill children, and I can't make a living. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with being in a state of despair and crying as I share to my mother, but really, that's the standard response. Like, do something about that." So guess what? I'm doing something about it. I am feeling my feelings and I am healing. And my healing requires space. If I cannot heal with a person who's hurt me, then I heal without them. And that's not me being unforgiving. That's me not showing up for abuse and healing, because it matters greatly to me. It matters greatly to me that I do it and that I model it for my children. So anyway, before we moved here, my sister did not know my ex-husband, and my children had no idea that my sister even existed. Now my sister has a really unwholesome interest in my ex-husband and plans dinners and gatherings that exclude me, with him and my children and the family that I'm welcome to join if I ever become suitable. But, by their measure, I don't really even aspire to become that kind of suitable. Abuse is bullshit. It's not for me. I don't care if you wear white every day of the year and you're married to a federal judge. Saying shitty things and being sneaky is still being a shitty thing sayer, sneaky person. So, it's not that I don't forgive you. I'm just not safe in your presence, unless I'm pleasing you, and I'm not here to please you. So, anyway, how it relates to my mom is she won't have me unless I'll have that. So I guess we won't have each other, and that's very sad. I'm really grieving that today. I needed to share about it because you know what? You can't heal what you won't feel, and part of my healing and my feeling requires sharing with connected others, people who get it, people who need it, people who value it. So if you're one of those people, I hope you'll find me on Facebook or wholesomebadass.com, or find me on Instagram. I'd love to hear anything you have to share that's comforting or wise or similar. I'm okay with opposing views too. I learned from that. I just don't think I have any real interest. I won't be giving any consideration to any words that are unwholesome or intended to cause pain. Yeah, I'm at a point in my life where that just doesn't work for me anymore, and I feel pretty good about that. All right, thanks for being here, and I hope you will get in touch. You can email me anytime at wba@wholesomebadass.com. Thanks.